like at a race weekend, I would say you never look too phased. At Rampage, you never look too phased. Doing these ridge lines, you never look that phased. But there is are you ever scared? Some of the stuff I see you doing, I just don't see the kind of reaction that if I put myself in Gee's body, I'd be like, like you seem unfazed, but then obviously, like if you don't want to talk about the racing, there must be things about it that you don't. I don't know. You must be like a.
Well, I think the racing taught me to be like, take the nerves and the fear and the apprehension and like all that tension and self-doubt or like any kind of unease you have, and just like put it in a little bottle and then just be like, just shelve it, and then you can just carry on as normal and just function as you need to, like, no matter how intense the environment or how intense the situation. And so I've tended to like take that technique that I've learned over years, and I do similar if I'm nervous about, riding something dangerous or like a big line or a feature or, something a bit risky. I'll be like, right, take that nerves, take that fear, and just hide it away and get rid of it. And sometimes you need that, sometimes that gets me in a bit of trouble and I end up doing something. Perhaps if I paid more attention to some of the nerves and the fear and stuff, I would have perhaps, thought through a bit more.
Is that something that you learned from outside of doing it, if that makes sense? Like, where did that skill come from? Because that's fucking unique, dude, to just be able to just park something.
Yeah, I don't
carry
know.
on.
It was just
it's like SAS stuff.
I think it was just like a necessity thing, to be honest.
Yeah. Wow.
Like I was at races, I get so frustrated when I would be like, I didn't race as well as I should have then because I was nervous or a bit apprehensive or distracted.
Yeah.
And when I raced for so long, I learned that technique to kind of be able to take stuff like nerves or fear and just put it to one side.
Mm.
And then when you go to somewhere like Rampage, you need to do the same there. You spend a lot of time at Rampage, like what the guys are hitting out there. You need to be able to take that, whatever you're nervous about, and just, you can pay attention to it and process it, but you need to just, put it to one side and not let it hold you up almost.
I think it's super interesting because we all know that all of the riders at racing World Cups, in the finals of World Cups, we know everyone's really good at biking, Yeah. Everyone at Rampage is really good at biking. And I think like what you're talking about is almost the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. And the races, the World Cup races, the guys that are doing well are the guys that have mastered that. They can take that pressure and all the hype that's around, and they can just put it to one side. And some riders can't do that. There's some riders that are at the World Cups that are some of the best riders in the world, and they're just not reaching those podiums because race day comes and they're just tightening up a bit. They're just, and it's brutal to see really, because sometimes the best bike rider isn't winning the race for that reason.
Yeah, the whole good in practice.
Exactly, yeah.
Kinda.
Which is really hard to do.
Yeah.
Rach has always been very good at that as well. She could be struggling through practice, injured, a bit ill, like not feeling it, and then race day come and just like you could almost see it like in the pits, like that switch in her mindset. She's like engaged, and you're like, oh, there she is, and like bang, wins by 11 seconds or something, and you're like, you were complaining about like an injury or feeling rough or not been into the track, and then she can pull that out. She had that ability to just switch on when she needed to.
You think it's something that can be taught?
I mean, I'm sure it is, yeah. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Not by me.
It sounds like it.
I think you're a good example of someone who's very good at racing.
Well,
not even talking about results, but just your approach.
I think I know what needs to happen, and I know what the techniques that I use to and have like taken and can kind of direct to other parts of my life, but it's not easy to do, and I don't think me telling somebody to do it probably isn't enough. it's not enough for me to say, right, stand on the edge of this drop and just, take those nerves and just get rid of them. And then they're not going to just go, are they? People
do you know where they go, by the way? Because I do wonder, like, people... that's
very
like
deep down.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the thing that people are like, don't bottle up your emotions. That,
Yeah,
it'll come
I have
out in
been. I have been for years.
Works fine.
They're all going to come out one day. No, I've no idea. I mean, it's sometimes a useful skill to have, but other times maybe I do it too much, and that fear is there for a reason, right? Those nerves are there for a reason, and they're there to keep you, and they're there to keep you alive, basically, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, definitely.
You touched a bit on like how you took those skills that you learnt and took them to some of your video projects. What was your first? Maybe we can go through the video projects you've done, because they're some of the biggest things in mountain biking. Okay. Hey man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah, lovely.
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah. And
so
on
you can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.